no reason to do that there.
Nope.
Well, he fell a little short. His 10 ball interferes with the proper bridging of this shot a little bit.
Yeah, he didn't. Yeah, he didn't end up in the best position.
I love the Pussycat Dolls song there. That's a cool song. Well, Shane still is displaying that even-tempered, good tempo, solid play. And it is indeed 51-36, a 15-game spread. What do you think about this Belichick cheating scandal?
I really haven't been reading on that.
Oh, you haven't? They caught Bill Belichick, the coach of the
stealing
Patriots.
The plays or something?
Stealing the plays. So anyway, the commissioner fined him $500,000, fined the Patriots $250,000.
That's nothing.
There's nothing to them
That's
as much money as they have, right?
I don't think that was a...
Well, a lot of the I like to listen to ESPN radio, and a lot of the call-in listeners suggested that they should take that game away from the Patriots and give it to the Jets. That would be a big penalty.
Yeah, that would be a penalty.
Right.
Right. That would be a penalty. I think that would send a better message. You know.
Well, the part that bothers me about it is that it besmirches the record of the Patriots. I mean, if you know what the other team's going to do on defense and offense, I mean, you have such a big edge.
And it also makes you wonder how many times they've done it in the past.
Well, that's what I mean. Yeah, exactly. Okay. The 6 and 8 are tied up. The cue ball goes into them if he wanted to here, as he pockets the one, but he looks like he's shooting this in the side.
Not where he wanted to be.
No. Now, this is a pretty shot when you elevate and you're able to make it.
You know, he's gonna elevate here. I don't know if he's gonna try to. Here's what he can do here on this shot. He can, if he elevates and shoots the 3, he can either go cross table for the 4 in the same pocket, or go into the 6 and 8 with the cue ball.
Right. Well, I wouldn't try to break up the 6 and 8 here. I'd just try to get on the 4.
Well, if he goes into the 6 and 8, he stops for the 4 in that corner pocket. See, like this here, he could have went into the 6 there, and he would have the other pocket. But if he didn't, now he's got the other pocket.
Right.
Because he obviously has to deal with the 6 at some point in time, and when you consider the position of the 6 resting against the 8, he really is limited on what pockets he can play the 6 in. He would like to loosen that up a little bit.
Yeah, I don't think it goes anywhere.
So
I don't think it goes in the side or this corner by which he's standing right now. Now, he could get on this 5 ball where he has to cut it to his left. So he's going to do this. Is just as good, just the opposite angle. Now, he can try to go into it, or if he doesn't, he misses on the low side of the ball where he's got a safety.
Yeah, he really wants to go straight across table like you shoot this like you're trying to scratch in the side, cross side with the cue ball. Pocket the 5 and just pretend that the 6 and 8 aren't there, and you want to scratch cross side, and you'll then go into the 6 if you hit it well. Just like that.
Yep.
And look at this.
Good shot.
That's a textbook shot there, by the way. He hit it perfectly.
He can go forward very slightly here for position on the 7 ball.
Yeah, he would like to end up with an angle on the 7, either to go to the rail and cross table, or the other angle. And doesn't want to end up with a slight angle, having to cut it to the right. Then he's going to be going away from the 8 with much not much movement with the cue ball. He's opted to go with the other angle, cut so the cue ball then go to the right of the table.
He used straight draw on this shot. Good shot. Well, it's got a little funny.
Yeah, he pushed the 9 ball a bit further down table and behind the 10 somewhat. But he does have a nice angle to play position for the available pocket, so.
Well, he's going to draw back past the side. This takes a good stroke. Straight draw. Like that. Beautifully done.
You don't like it. You don't like this.
Well, I don't
in
know.
The same pocket.
Yeah, I don't see any trouble with this.
He's going to have to accept a longer shot than a 10. No, I don't know about
I don't know if he made this. Wow. Okay. 52 to 36, and you know, another way you could look at a match like this, if I'm in Shane's position going into day 2, I think to myself, you know, I don't have to beat him today. All I have to do is break even, and I win. Right?
Yeah, you could be thinking that way, but
no, he's going to just looking to make good, solid play.
He just wants to play good pool, you know, and whatever happens, happens. But if he plays good pool, we all know what figures to happen.
Okay. He might have to kick this because it's hard for him to reach. We'll see. Of course, the 3 takes a good position to get on the 3 ball. I'll tell you a guy I think plays as good as either one of these gentlemen, but he doesn't have the break, and that's John Schmidt. I like his game a lot.
Well, he's playing well.
What do you like here? I got a lot of confidence kicking the 1 in.
Yeah,
but
well, I like your shot. You know, but you have to kick it 2 rails. You know, that makes it a little bit bigger ball with a better position.
Of course, the way he's been thinning balls and the soft rails because of the new cloth, it will go in the pocket with a bit of a bad hit.
He's gonna spin this though. Yeah, he's gonna try to spin it in. It looks like. Maybe not.
And knowing this is the way to do that if you're going to shoot it. And really, that was a nice shot from where he was. Now, this lays pretty good to use low left-hand English and go, well, you want the cue ball about where it is now for the 3 ball.
It's not going to be easy to get the cue ball where it is now.
Well, there's other options to go between the 8 and 7.
He may, well, I don't know.
He was almost looking like he's going to cut it in the other pocket.
Yeah, I said that might be an option he's thinking about. He might run into the 8-2 here. Oh my, he certainly didn't want to do that.
Yeah, that was a tough shot to gauge the speed on.
Mm-hmm.
All right, here, 3 rails is the way I like to go, not 2. That's what he's looking at. And I try to contact the bottom part of it. Who knows? You might go over and make the 10 with the cue ball, or certainly get the 3 up at the other end of the table.
Well, if he's able to walk away in decent shape, it'll really be surprising me because I think he's got a lot of problems here.
Well, sure, he's in a spot.
And he must contact the 3 ball, which he didn't do. Now Duel has the luxury of placing ball in hand. Maybe shoot the 3 in the side, possibly. Might be a better shot.
Yeah, and playing it the way you're talking about, the cue ball wouldn't have to hit the 7.
You know what? But what he's doing here is pretty intelligent. He's moving the 7 in a better position.
Yeah.
See?
He's going to have a perfect angle to cut the 4 to his right and go 1 rail for position on the 7. He's playing for the side even better.
He's moving the 7 in a better position, which is probably, without a doubt, and after the shot's over, you can see it's definitely the best way of playing it.
Yep.
I know at times it's kind of discouraging for Duel to see, little things happen that preclude him from mounting this lead. But you have to have a strong will and understanding that it's going to happen. It's a long set still, a lot of play left in here, so it can be surmounted. But you got to stay focused. So it's 52 to 37. Now the lead's back down to 15. Corey has been getting pretty good results off his break, even though he's been hitting the break softer than Shane. At least today, so far today, he's been making a ball, sometimes 2 on the break, and getting a good shot on the 1.
Yes, that's true.
Now, had he been doing the same thing yesterday as he's done today in terms of breaking him, getting the good action in the shot on the 1, this match would have been a lot closer.
Well, I'd like to have either one of these guys as break.
Pretty tough hit here, unless he wants to go back where he is now.
I cut it towards the 9, try to put it back behind the 5,
unless
7.
He wants to go back where he was shooting from.
Like that. Nice shot. That way, if he does make a mistake and let the 1 leak out a little bit, the guy does not have a real good shot.
Right.
Now, you could shoot this easy if you wanted to, because that way Corey wouldn't have a shot, but he'd probably have an easy safety.
Yeah, and that's definitely an option, to just soft roll it. And that's one of the reasons why the soft roll may have been the better of the 2 shots. Because you really don't want to give the ball in hand.
No, that's true. All right, now the 5 is a bit of a problem here. The 4 lays pretty good to do something with getting on the 5.
Right, and he really can't do anything with the 5 now because of the position of the 2-8. Because he has to play exact position on the 2. So he needs the ball in hand to do that, to get the angle that he needs to drop nicely for the 2. But considering the position of the 4, the 5 becomes an easier ball to play with.
That's what I'm saying on sure. See, he'll get straight in. He'll get straight in on the 2 ball, and then he can just stop the cue ball. He'll have an angle on the 4 ball to go on the other side of the 5 or play for the combo.
He can do many different things. Yes.
Well, not from here.
No. He shot himself out of line. Well, he's certainly missed his market on doing what we thought he should do, and now he has to revise his plans. And it looks like he's going to end up playing the 5-7 combination because of the angle he's left himself with on the 2. It's going to probably limit him what he can do on the 4. And
Wow. Well, now he can't afford mistakes like that.
I thought he should have played position for the 4 in the corner.
Well, once he got where he did, sure.
Yeah. And he tried to play for the side. That's why he undercut it, because he didn't want much movement with the cue ball. He wanted to slow the cue ball up, and to slow the cue ball up, you have to hit the 2 thickly, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's what he did, and that's why he missed the ball. I would have played position for the corner because the 5-7 combination is not that difficult considering the position of the 5 and the 7.
Right. Well, here, I would just stop the cue ball is what I would do and play the combination. I wouldn't do anything else.
Yeah, he's going to have to stop it. And can't hit it that hard because he's got to control the 5.
Right.
And because if he overcuts the 7, he may lose control of the 5.
Just like that.
Just
nice
like
shot.
that.
Yep.
He hit it perfectly. That's right. He hit it perfectly.
You know, if this guy took up straight pool seriously, I'd dread to think how many balls he might run.
He sort of reminds you of a little bit of like a Danny Harriman in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Is that way?
Yeah, it could be, sure. I was impressed with Danny's bank pool play in the ring game this year. I mean, boy.
You know, Danny's really a solid all-around player.
Oh, sure, sure.
Well, like we spoke about before, Corey cannot afford to make any mistakes in this match. And you know what? He's already made a few, and he's not allowing himself to have that chance to dismount this lead by doing those things because it's a big lead. And you're not going to win this match if you continue to miss balls like that.
Yeah, what he has to do, he has to take advantage of every real good shot and layout that he has.
Right, because now it's a 16-game lead and almost back up to where it was at the break. And he's not making it up any ground. And he must grind out this lead. He cannot afford to make mistakes.
Okay, this is tough. There is no real good shot here. Doesn't bank cross side, comfortably anyway. And if he puts the cue ball behind the 5 like he's talking about, it doesn't lay as nicely as his previous efforts in that same direction.
No, there's
he
nothing
can't
natural.
control the 1 ball.
Nothing natural about this anyways to do that.
If I was going to play the way he's indicating there, I'd try to bank the 1 into the 3-8. Well, that's a good shot. And again, I compliment this young player on his defense. I mean, it's just been sterling. Now here's where, well, let's see here. Yesterday, Corey played a couple of shots of this nature, 2-rail kicks where he thinned the 1. And that's the shot here because you cannot hit it thick because you don't want to break up the 3-8.
He did exactly what you said he shouldn't do.
Right. Okay, let's see what we got here. The 6 is gone, so the 5 lies close to the 7. But still, it's not that easy to get position on the 7 from the 5, given the lie of the 9 ball. I think I'd try to get straight in on this 7 ball in the same pocket that he's going to shoot the 2 ball in right now.
Yeah, that will be ideal. So therefore, he has to play good position off the 3 to the 4 to get the angle to drop nicely for the 5.
Right.
So therefore, he has to be very careful.
I've been waiting on a behind the back. Well, it must go inside.
You know, he's got a good angle on the 3, and that's where the plan starts, from the 3 to the 4 to the 5 to the 7. So therefore, he's got an angle on the 3 to stay on the right side of the 4, cutting it to his right, setting the cue ball cross table, and hopefully straight in on the 5.
Right. Oh, this is just about perfect here.
Now, if you were to put the cue ball with your hand, you would have to put it to the right of center table somewhat. Obviously, the closer to the 5, the better.
Well, these guys don't seem to care about close. They're such fine shot makers that.
Right. And certainly in this instance, you really don't care about the distance because the angle is more crucial than obviously than the distance of the shot. So you have to have the right angle on the 5 to drop nicely for the 7 to play where Grady's head at the other end of the table. So that way he stays in line for the position on the 8.
Exactly, sure.
So he would like to end up straight in on the 5. And he hasn't done that, Grady.
Well, he played for this. I could tell by the way he was gauging the angle.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have played for this. So now he's got some work in front of him here now.
He played for all of this, and well, now he's got to, he's got to draw into the 9 or take a really long shot. He'll be careful going one rail into the 9. He doesn't snooker himself. Okay, that's okay.
I kind of like the way he played position on the 7. I didn't even think about playing position on the 7 like that. I just didn't. But obviously he did, and he
played for that angle.
Yes,
you could
he
see
did. Yeah. And I thought he was going to go twice across table with the angle he was left with the 5.
Right.
But he certainly fooled me, and after he executed the shot, I knew why he played for that angle. Very nicely done.
Okay, we're back to 17 games ahead, 54 to 37.
And that's the reason, Corey can't make those types of mistakes.
No.
Because it's like you said, it's not a 1 game. It's at least a 2-game swing and giving up the break. Now he's going to be breaking the balls. And now he won that game, and he's already won another one since then. And then Corey, he missed the kick on the 1 and opened up the 3. They played 14 games, and Corey hasn't made up any ground. And he has to make up, at least a game every 10 games.
Now look at this. Again, the balls know who's winning. For the first time in many moons, the breaker came up dry, and Corey has no shot.
But I'd still rather be at the table here than not.
Well, sure. Now, there's different things that he could do here. He could try to put the cue ball behind the 5 and thin the 1, cutting it to his right. But I like the way he's looking here. You go down by the 2 ball and just put the 1 by the side rail.
Yeah, that way there's potential blockers in both the 3 and the 6 and the 2.
And he's looking at going behind the 5, like I said, but I don't like leaving them at the same end of the table.
Well, he wants to make sure he safes up the 1.
Right.
You know, and now if you
Well,
want to make sure you save up the 1 and you can play conservatively, position the cue ball behind the 5.
right. Yeah, because in that fashion, as Bill suggests, the 1 ball at least is on the side rail.
You know, playing the other safety with the cue ball going down toward the 2 is a little more high risk in terms of living a shot. And that was good. He sent the cue ball, the 1 ball all the way down the table.
He's going to
And
play the. Go ahead.
and he utilized the 3, 5, and 6 for blockers.
He's going to play the old-time snooker shot. On the 6x12, you kick this, you play it 1 rail on the side, a 1 rail kick in the side, and if you don't make it in the side, it hits before the side or just after it, ends up on the end rail, and the cue ball dies. High left-hand English here. Oh, he played to hit it thin. Wow. Well, young Shane has come up with some creative safeties too, hasn't he?
Yes, he has. If he can pocket this, then they'll have to draw it and go 1 rail cross table.
Yeah. Yeah, he can't go 2 rails and get above the 2. So he's got to hit it with a touch of draw. He doesn't need much, just enough to take him above the 2 ball.
But he might not be able to hit ball first here.
That's true. Well, if he goes rail first, there's all kinds of problems.
Well, maybe he doesn't have the luxury of doing anything else. And I don't think he has, because he's going high on the cue ball.
He hit ball first. But like I said, he couldn't get above it. But I think this goes on the side, so he's got a shot. He'll go down to the end rail and back towards the 3. Low right English like this. Nice shot.
Very nice shot. Nice angle he's left himself with on the 3.
I just pull this back like that. Now low left English.